Is Crystal River on your bucket list? I'm going to tell you exactly why it should be. We've traveled all over the state of Florida, and this place surprised us in the best way. Stay tuned. I'm going to share with you an exact itinerary that you can steal so that you too can have this amazing experience with your family. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Kate from Sunshine Fam Guide, and I love helping you to plan the family trip and adventure of your dreams. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. Now, let's dive on in. Let's start with where to stay. We stayed at the Paddletail Waterfront Lodge right in the heart of Crystal River, and it was such a great fit for our family. They offer tours and rentals right on site, like kayaking and swimming with the manatees, which makes everything just feel really easy and convenient. We especially loved the pool area. It was the perfect place to cool off after long days spent exploring. The outdoor spaces here are truly one of the best parts. There are so many comfortable places to sit, relax, play cards, grab a drink, and just enjoy being on the water. Everywhere you look, there are beautiful waterfront views. There's just something really special about starting your morning with coffee by the water or ending the day watching the boats come and go. We also loved having a little shop on site for snacks, cold drinks, souvenirs, or anything we forgot for a day out on the water. Plus, there are lots of cozy spots to sit and enjoy the complimentary breakfast each morning. It really has that relaxed old Florida feel while still having plenty of amenities for families. Overall, it was such a beautiful home base for exploring Crystal River, and we would absolutely recommend it if you're planning a trip here. Our first night in town, we had dinner at Waterfront Social. It is a beautiful spot right on the water with gorgeous modern decor that feels really fresh and inviting. We started with the whipped feta appetizer, and it is absolutely not to be missed. It is so incredibly good. The fish tacos were another huge standout, perfectly blackened, fresh fish, and seriously delicious. One of my favorite parts of the night was playing a little conversation starter card game with the kids while we ate. It kept everyone happy off screens and made for such a fun family evening. We highly recommend adding Waterfront Social to your Crystal River trip. On our first morning there, we wanted to get out on the Crystal River and finally see the famous Three Sisters Springs. So we rented kayaks from Crystal River Kayak Company, which is actually the closest launch to the springs. It's only about a 10-minute paddle. The second you get in the water, it feels like you've entered a jungle. Everything is so lush and beautiful, and you truly have no idea what's waiting ahead. We even paddled through a tunnel, totally curious what was around the bend. After winding through a few canals, it finally started opening up and we realized where we were headed. The entrance to Three Sisters Springs is completely closed off to motorboats, and during manatee season, kayaks aren't even allowed inside at certain times of the year. Three Sisters Springs is incredibly special because it's a natural inlet on Kings Bay within the Crystal River National Wildlife Refuge. It's made up of three separate springs areas, and as you paddle in, you're completely blown away by the natural beauty all around you. The name truly lives up to itself because the water really is crystal clear. It's unbelievably beautiful. It honestly feels like stepping back in time. As you paddle over the clear water, you can spot fish, turtles, and depending on the season, maybe even manatees. For us, one of the best parts was being able to hop out of the kayaks and snorkel in the spring water. It stays a comfortable 72 degrees year round, which makes summer the perfect time to visit because it keeps you so cool. It truly is such a magical family experience, and kayaking Three Sisters Springs is absolutely something I think belongs on every family bucket list. It's such an easy, beautiful adventure. That afternoon, we visited Mertailor's Mermaid Aquarium Encounter. They have a really fun scavenger hunt for kids that takes you through different aquariums and animal exhibits. And we absolutely loved seeing all the fish. It's such a beautiful little place. Of course, the star of the show is the mermaid performance itself. It's whimsical, delightful, and just makes your heart happy. Our kids were completely captivated. It's such a lovely stop and definitely deserves a spot on your Crystal River itinerary. Later that evening, we headed to Waterfront Social for dinner, and the views of Crystal River were incredible. The whole space is beautiful, with plenty of room to stroll along the water while you wait for your food. And the food itself was so good. The kids' menu is perfect. James loved the mahi-mahi, and I had a poke bowl that was absolutely delicious. It's definitely worth a visit when you're in Crystal River. On the morning of our third day, we decided to visit Homosassa Springs Wildlife State Park. And this place completely surprised us in the best way. It felt like such an unexpected hidden gem. One of the coolest parts is the underwater viewing area they call the fishbowl, where you walk downstairs and actually go underwater to look through giant glass windows at the spring. You can see all kinds of fish, and if you time it right, maybe even manatees. It was such a unique and truly beautiful experience. We also happened to visit during a junior ranger jamboree with the state parks. So the kids were officially sworn in as junior rangers, which was really special. There were all kinds of hands-on learning activities throughout the park, and the rangers were amazing. There's also a beautiful wildlife walk that totally caught us off guard. You can see flamingos, black bears, alligators, and so many other animals along the trails. And it was such a fun place to wander and explore as a family. Homosassa Springs State Park absolutely deserves a spot on your Florida family bucket list. We grabbed lunch at Crump's Landing, and it was such a fun spot right on the water. The riverfront views are beautiful, and we loved watching all the boats cruise up and down the river. The whole place has that classic laid back Florida feel. The cold drinks absolutely hit the spot, and the food was excellent. Everyone left happy and very full. One of the best parts for us as a family was the playground right on site. So the kids can play while we waited for our food and while we ate. On your way out, you have to stop at the adorable little ice cream bus. This place truly checks all the boxes for a perfect family-friendly meal in the Crystal River and Homosassa area. For our last night in Crystal River, we had an amazing dinner at BubbaQue's, a down-home Florida restaurant right in the heart of downtown. Super yummy, great atmosphere. After dinner, we strolled around the charming little downtown area, taking in the beautiful sights of the shops, other restaurants, and just enjoying our stroll through the city. It is so charming. On the last day of our trip, we decided to stop by Hunter Springs Park before heading home, and I'm so glad we did. This city-run park is such a gem. Parking is only $5 for the day, and once you get here, it feels like a little slice of paradise. There's a sandy beach area, a designated swimming spot, and some of the clearest waters because the park sits so close to the springs that surround Crystal River. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a manatee cruising the water. There's also a beautiful boardwalk trail, lots of picnic tables and pavilions, and plenty of spots to relax and hang out for the day. Of course, one of the highlights for us was the playground. Our kids had an absolute blast. It really is such a dreamy little park and one of those places that feels really easy, peaceful, and special. We were genuinely sad to leave Crystal River. This trip gave our family so many memories we'll never forget, and it's absolutely the kind of adventure that deserves a spot on your family bucket list. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this content to be valuable and helpful. Please be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. I am bringing you information every single week on bucket list, tips, travel, and fun adventures that you can have with your family. Stay tuned.